Hello? Hello? Are we live? Are we on stream? Are we chilling? Are we live? Yes, we are. Oh my god. We'll be right back. It's still hello? Oh shit, I said hello to myself. What the fuck? Am I a dumbass? Yes, I was like, I heard myself second time. I said hello. I want somebody to join the VC, which is impossible because I'm fucking deaf. I deafed my headphones for real. So today what's gonna happen is quite literally insanity, because I'm gonna be reading a bunch of shit out loud. A bunch of shit which I have written, which is crazy. It's gonna be a Chicki Picki fanfic. How it all came out is basically there was like an SMP, Frank SMP season 1, and on that SMP I was fucking talking about some random Chicki Picki, and basically that Chicki Picki was like Sigma. Like I'm kidding. So basically is I don't even know how to fucking describe it. It's quite insane, like literally. Chicki FICKI, for real. It's quite insane. Just basically I saw like a chicken in the background of the video explaining the event, and it was like a theory that there's a fucking chicken like which is like behind everything, like the chicken, and I developed it a bit more, and like, you know, like for real, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be some fun reading today. Let me just see, like, you know, I prepared like a background clip. Yo, it works, let's go. It's gonna be like me at the campfire telling the story, and audiobook for real. And I think, yo, I'm gonna undeafen in the streaming VC, so at any point people from Frank can like join in and comment on whatever I'm reading. I might deafen if I'm like in the middle of something important, very important, which I would be rather not be interrupted for real. But let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up a Chicki Picki fanfic the beginning, like, you know, for real. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy story right here from the Mishrab. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna be swearing today in Russian. I'm sorry, guys. So you better save up those points for. Yeah, I'm not gonna be interrupting to swear in Russian today. I should have disabled it, but I'm just gonna say no, like no interruptions today. No. Yeah. It just pointless today because I'm not gonna do it. I don't know how to disable it, bro. Let me try actually. Can I disable it for this stream? Fuck. Wait. How the fuck do I do this, bro? I don't know how Twitch works anymore. I have no idea. Streaming, message effects, right, in Russian. Redeem? No, I wanna disable. Sigma. Mods ban that shit. For real. View rewards, power up, emotes. Is it rewards? Is it monetization? I don't know. We're like, you know, weird. I guess I gotta swear in Russian sometimes, for real. Nah, bruh. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't. Can I? Zero balls, yeah. Ah, fuck. Well. I'm gonna figure out for that. No, I can. Let's go. It's very Russian. Enabled. Disabled. For real. I don't have permission. I disabled it. Don't worry. Whew. Well, whatever.
Okay.
Yo, lads, I'm gonna start reading the fanfic for real.
Crazy.
Crazy. Right, I'm gonna be in the streaming VC, probably undeafened most of the time, so like you can join at any time and like you can fucking clown on me for real.
Okay, I'm going to frown, but not directly, just so you know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna deafen if I need to, because like a finale is crazy. Okay. Well.
It's always
Bye. I'm gonna go. Oh, well, alright guys, it's time. My first audiobook, and there's gonna be a lot of spelling mistakes. That's true. I'm fucking dyslexic as fuck. I only spell checked it and Grammarly, so it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. We're going straight into it. Let me just fucking, where the fuck is it? No, my window capture. I prepared such a perfect window caption. I was gonna just go to re-prepare it. Ah, nah, bro. I'm not gonna re-prepare it because it's fucking here. Oh my god! Oh my god, we're Chicki Picki. The Frank SMP fanfiction Chicki Picki part 1 chapter by beginning and the Chicki Picki phase. Alright guys, let's begin. Let's begin reading the fanfiction. Alright. A fucking quality audiobook right here. The Chicki Picki movement began quite small with one chicken who dared to stand up against the newly added mobs. The newly added non-hostile mobs started to invade the lands of Minecraft, not only taking away the attention and the love from the original mobs, but also decreasing the spawn rates of the old vanilla mobs. The original Chicki Picki tried to reason with the mobs and suggested the new mobs to spread between Minecraft biomes so that no one's spawn rate would be affected. The original Chicki Picki was laughed at by the new mobs and kicked out by the new mobs. We are better than you! Who are you? Who cares if your kind goes extinct? Definitely not a single human. The original Chicki Picki was really upset after that statement, realizing that the new mobs are jerks who simply do not care. Luckily for the original Chicki Picki, the original mobs heard her speech and became concerned, as well as a few hours joined the Chicki Picki movement. But most mobs at first preferred to be neutral. For the first few years, the Chicki Picki movement was very small and tiny, and they tried to be peaceful, but more and more it became apparent that the original Chicki Picki set started to happen. More and more mobs appeared, and the original mobs' spawn rate dropped significantly. That's fucking crazy. There are 3 leaders of Chicki Picki organization. The original Chicki Picki, the pig, and the ship. What is bro yapping about? I made a fucking fanfiction about Chicki Picki. Yeah, like it's crazy. The ship and the pig were trying their best to lead the passive mobs in a peaceful direction. They tried migration, but a lot of mobs just drowned in swamps, and then the frogs appeared and it became a problem again. Like, you know, they decreased the spawn rate. Where's the cow? The cow is gonna be later, we're like, you know, Chicki Picki lore, yeah. The original Chicki Picki saw through the bullshit of the new mobs straight away and was working on the contingency plan. But Chicki Picki did a lot of experiments, even a few on its own body, which gave it some extra powers, but she was hiding it. She found ways to control the hostile mobs and use their strength for the experiments. The Chicki Picki, the pig, and the ship had scheduled the final meeting of the Chicki Picki movement, inviting every single old mob who suffered from the parasites, also known as the new mobs. The pig and the ship said, "We think there is nothing we can do. It might be just the evolution and the new mobs are actually better than us. Good luck everyone. The movement is over. Our species as well will die out very soon." "What are you doing?" screamed the Chicki Picki. "It is done. Me and the pig agreed that it's time to give up, and if 2 out of 3 agreed, the decision of the 2 comes into play," the ship said calmly. The Chicki Picki screamed at the top of her, "You can't do this! You're going against everything we stand for! You said we are worse than them! Well, can we all do this?" 3 wardens rise from the ground and a bunch of zombies. "Can they do this?" she repeated. Skeletons as well raised from the ground and pointed their arrows at the pig and the ship. Oh my god, what the fuck? Why am I guessing duck noises? Is this Chicki Picki noises? That's crazy. Oh my god, sorry. "Step aside. Feel free to run away from the problem or fight with us. But the console is no more. I am the console. I am the Chicki Picki. I am the supreme Chicki Picki. And since this day forth, you will all listen to me. This is the only way we can save ourselves. Feel free to run, but eventually they will replace you. Chicki Picki pointed at the picture of one of the new mobs. Fuck you! So do you want a certain slow death or a chance of survival? With our new friends, we can do so much more than ever before. Right, whoever is doing that noise, fucking fuck you. That's kind of funny. The pig was shaking. Those are not friends! Violence is not the answer. Stand down, Chicki Picki. No one will follow you. Oh, you really think so? Well, look over here. Chicki Picki pointed at the crowd. Everyone was bowing at the pig and cheering for the Chicki Picki. The pig and the ship stood aside. Feel free to kill us with your newfound friends. You will regret it. Oh, kill you and waste the life of original mobs? No point. Go away and we will do the dirty work for you. Just don't stand in our way. This day changed everything. Chicki Picki became the supreme leader, and immediately the hostile mobs started attacking every new mob on the command of the Chicki Picki, and the spawn rate started to balance out again. The supreme Chicki Picki became a hero and a nightmare. A hero for the old mobs and a nightmare for the new ones. Chicki Picki didn't care to end the attacks on the new mobs even when the spawn rate normalized, as she was not really paying attention, or not really even caring about the mobs who disrespected her all the way back. The supreme Chicki Picki kept experimenting nearly all the time, becoming even more powerful, and one day she looked at the moon and realized there must be something over there. So she started working on developing rockets, spaceships, space station, and other things, sending colonies of chickens and sheep to the moon to explore and report back on what they found, maybe some even more powerful monsters to control, which no one even imagined before. The pig and the ship, meanwhile, watched all this chaos and the constant war of the original versus the other mobs. With the help of the hostile mobs, the newer mobs had no chance. The pig and the ship decided this had to end, and started going around the world to find the solution which could stop the Chicki Picki madness. And after many years, they found an island, very strange island, with huge mushrooms, and a cow that had mushrooms growing out of its back. That's fucking crazy. The pig and the ship approached the strange creature with caution. Hi, we mean no harm. Are you alone here? Ah, who's here? The cow and the pig introduced themselves. Oh, wow, nice to meet you guys. I have been living on this island alone my whole life. My name is Frank, by the way. You have a name? Surprisingly said the pig. Yes, don't you? Since I have appeared, all I knew is that I'm Frank the cow. I tried to swim from this island multiple times, but I always died. It came back here, so I just gave up. I knew something was... You died? Oh yeah, many times. It's annoying, but nothing special. Normally after death, you don't come back. Only people have that ability, said the pig while being extremely confused. Oh wow, I didn't know it. Let me demonstrate. No, please, pig screamed. But it was too late. Frank already jumped in the small ravine on the island and his body was lying on the stalagmite. The pig and the ship started crying. Not even a minute later, Frank returned. What have I told you guys? The pig and the ship were terrified to death. But after a few minutes of collecting their thoughts, they realized that Frank the cow might be exactly what they need to defeat the Chicki Picki. After telling Frank everything there was to know about the Chicki Picki, Frank agreed to help to stop the Chicki Picki and its madness. Frank got disguised as a normal cow, not really having a plan or anything, but just decided to approach Chicki Picki directly. Frank, the ship, and the pig came back to the Chicki Picki headquarters in the overworld and requested a meeting with the supreme Chicki Picki The reception at Chicki Picki refused at first, but when they realized it was Pig and the ship, which were like the leaders way back, they scheduled their immediate meeting. Oh my god, that's crazy. By this time, Chicki Picki became way more stronger and could control mobs, some of which were considered myths, like the Blaze King and the Queen. Oh, that's crazy. The cow and the ship tried at first to reason with Chicki Picki, telling it to stop its madness. You left me no choice. You abandoned the cause, and look what, we are still alive, all thanks to me. And all those fuckers will soon be extinct for good. Please, Chicki Picki, listen, we know that deep down you have a kind soul. We don't want to kill you, but it seems to be the only way, said the pig. Kill me? I would love to see you try. Yeah, the ship and the pig acted as fast as they could and grabbed Chicki Picki by the wings, immobilizing her. Do something now, Frank, please, screamed the ship. Frank's disguise has fallen off, and he started glowing, almost becoming a yellow mushroom cow. I'm sorry, was all Frank could say before he heard the metallic sound of the Chicki Picki opening his wing and cutting through the pig and the ship. Oh, that's crazy. Why? Pompey, that's crazy, yeah. Both pig and the ship fell to the floor, blizzing out. Frank stopped glowing. What have you done? They were my friends! Frank screamed. They were my friends too, but tried to kill me. What says they wouldn't have tried to do the same to you? Chicki Picki said with a smile. I know what you did, and you will pay. Frank spit those words out, and the mushrooms started growing everywhere, breaking a bunch of equipment and killing stuff. No, what? How are you doing this? Chicki Picki screamed in shock and charged at Frank. They flied multiple stores down and ended up in the laboratory. Ooh, Chicki Picki stood up. Well, whatever you are, it doesn't fucking matter. You're dying today, screamed Chicki Picki, charging at Frank again. Oh, you didn't know I can't die. I will just respawn and return to finish you off, said Frank calmly, realizing that there is no way Chicki Picki can win this. Chicki Picki is not taking W's, guys. Wait, how is this possible? Wait, screamed Chicki Picki. Everything is possible except your survival. And they both charged at each other. Ooh. Frank ended up flying out of the window, and the Supreme Chicki hit some huge apparatus in the lab, which activated a huge portal. No, not the dimension shifter! Chicki Picki realized that it might have malfunctioned, and the portal started to grow rapidly. Ooh. Chicki Picki screamed. This isn't over, fucker! As the whole building was absorbed by the portal and it dissipated. Frank was lucky enough to hear and see everything because the portal slowed down his fall. But when it dissipated, he fell so fast he fucking died, guys. That's fucking crazy. He returned to the island where he couldn't tell if it was all a dream or not, and his memories slowly started to go away. The world thought started healing, and no hostile mobs were seen again attacking innocent mobs. The Chicki Picki headquarters ended up in some weird dimension, but Chicki Picki had survived, and it wasn't the end of the Chicki Picki story. Just a backstory of what has been going on before season 1. The only noise that echoed through a building the first day in this weird dimension was the noise of high hills. Chapter 2, the plan. Yes, there is chapters. Oh my god, thank you guys for listening to the chapter 1. Chapter 2 will be about season 1, what's been going on in the background. Okay, let's start. Frank lived many years alone on the island following the fight, so he didn't know if everything actually happened, or was it all part of his imagination, or was it all a dream. After many attempts to escape the island by himself, he always failed and died and respawned on the island. Frank had no idea how much time had passed, but one day a person wearing all black has arrived to the island and without saying a word took Frank and brought him to the big land and tied him to a fence with instructions. Collect mushrooms to Frank for a reward. That's fucking season 1, guys. The beginning was fucking crazy. Frank was very happy to be off the island and just went along with it. No way from it. While Frank was gone on an island and Chicki Picki headquarters stuck in some weird dimension, the new mobs started to recover and the spawn rate has normalized, now being equal. Nobody wanted another war, so the old mobs who were afraid to go against Chicki Picki before, and the new mobs who were traumatized after a war, created an alliance. The anti-Picki Chicki Picki alliance to prevent Chicki Picki from rising again and causing another war. They created the bot. The bot, guys, if you all remember the bot. The bot was created with only one goal, to find ways to stop Chicki Picki from gaining power again. In any way necessary, but alone the bot couldn't do much, and the anti-Chicki Picki alliance wasn't much of a fighters either. The bot came up with an idea to get the players involved, as they respawn and can be very good soldiers. There just needed to be something that would attract them and teach them to follow the commands and orders, otherwise would be most likely not interested in helping the mobs. The bot's second idea was to find Frank the Cow, to use his powers against Chicki Picki if it returns, and as well use him as the player's attraction and face of the player training program. So all this time, guys, all the events was the training program for us. The boss plan was nearly perfect, but there was one major issue. The next day, after the Chicki Picki headquarters ended up in the weird version of the Never, the Supreme Chicki Picki started working and experimenting again in a desperate attempt to find a way to bring the headquarters back to the overworld. After many years of failure and exploration and explosions of this new weird Never dimension, and fixing the headquarters as well as heavily studying the Frank mushrooms which were left all over the place in the headquarters and its powers, and using the power of his dimension, the Chicki Picki became even more stronger, even more, like it's crazy. Nearly straight after Supreme Chicki Picki decided it would be the best to leave the headquarters in this dimension for extra protection and security, she found a way to transport it back. But she was able to make it a smaller scale, and device was created that could teleport anyone nearly anywhere by the commands of the Supreme Chicki Picki. So they were no longer stuck there, but stayed there by choice, and sent a lot of spies to the overworld. Even one of was at my base. So they knew everything about the bot's plan. H.H.H. For real. Two Chicki Picki spies brought Frank to the fence. They were just standing on top of each other wearing black robes. The oldest trick in the book. Supreme Chicki Picki understood that the players wouldn't be able to do much. So while the bot was training the players with different events, Frank had nearly a perfect time. Supreme Chicki Picki worked tirelessly on a device which could kidnap and contain Frank, as well as multiple contingency plans in case something goes ever wrong. So, Chicki Picki devices are going crazy, Picki tech for real. There was just one problem. One motherfucker from the group of the players saw one of the Chicki Picki spies and somehow knew everything. Straight away, putting up theories, but nobody listened to him. It was unknown if he heard of Chicki Pickis before, or if he had some kind of special abilities, fortune telling, super sense, whatever. What surprised the Supreme Chicki Picki the most is that he wasn't hostile, completely opposite. He was kind of simping to Chicki Picki and was murdering Franks a couple of times and tried to make it so more players would appreciate Chicki Picki for a fucking unknown reason. The bot tried to teach that player and gave him regular curses, punishments, but nothing stopped him. The Supreme Chicki Picki even once said after hearing the spy's report, "He must be an ally or a fucking dumbass. I can't explain his behavior." Chicki Picki was extremely confused about that. But As the time passes, the day X has come. Everything was ready to contain Frank the cow, and the headquarters were ready in case Bot figures out the plan and tries to send his soldiers, aka the players, also known as the players, yeah. The Supreme Chicki Picki decided to do it herself, so no one would fuck up, and grab the containing device and teleport it to the overworld for the first time in fucking decades. The Supreme Chicki Picki had a mixture of emotions. The hate and nostalgia combined together. She wanted to stay, but fast it came to her senses that the mission is more important than personal feelings. The Supreme Chicki Picki saw Frank tied to a fence. Pathetic, she thought, and decided to wake him up with a punch to a face. Frank woke up instantly and was on his feet, and saw his nightmare right in front of his eyes. "You!" he screamed and charged forward, but was too late. Chicki Picki activated the device, and the golden net appeared, which tied around Frank and his precious mushrooms. "No! What is happening? So you were real, you monster! You fucking killed them! My first and only friends!" Frank screamed while trying to break the net. "I'm also so happy to see you. Don't worry, little cow. Soon you will join your little stupid fucking friends," Chicki Picki said calmly and knocked Frank out. She took to his body and used the device to teleport back. The next day, the bot realized that Frank is gone, and he was able to detect that the teleportation has taken place, and the bot was able to reverse engineer the location of where the signal came from and added it to the teleportation terminal. After this, he straight away revealed himself to the players, as there was no need to hide his identity anymore, and he told them everything, that Frank was kidnapped and they needed to save him. By this point, players been so brainwashed or been generally on the Frank side that they decided to do it, no matter risking everything. Go in blind and try to save Frank. To the Chicki Picki's surprise, players end up way better than she expected them to be. They were able to defeat every monster. The Blaze Queen, the most loyalist, the best friend of Chicki Picki the Warden, has fallen and was left for dead. The players couldn't do anything to the Supreme Chicki Picki, so they just rushed into the room with Frank. But it was a trap. All along, it was a trap, guys. As you probably remember, everyone in that room was put to sleep and transported to the space automatically using the Chicki Picki teleportation technologies. The Supreme Chicki lost a lot. Most of the headquarters were destroyed and monsters killed and workers killed. But in the end, contingency plans worked, setting the Picki plan in motion. Yes, guys. Chapter 2 is done, as well as the Season 1. Now you have learned what's been going on behind the Season 1. But now you will learn what actually for real happened in the Season 2. For real. And how the Season 3 could have went for real. Chapter 3! The Picki Gambits. Just remember the name for real. Player ends up in the space in multiple space stations which were before occupied by Chicki Picki employees. Chickens, sheep, our natural mobs. The players were searching for Earth desperately, visited different planets and collected resources, trying to do something to come back to Earth, but it was nowhere inside and there was no navigation. Frank was awfully quiet after the incident with Chicki Picki. Could it be trauma or maybe something else? Like, players just assumed it was trauma. Players and Frank being in space gave Chicki Picki the one needed resource that everybody needs in life is time. Time to recover after the attack and prepare to regain control over the entire overworld, as going straight in will just cause a war. The Supreme Chicki Picki, equal Supreme Chicki Picki, decided to do it in a smart way and started developing a new plan. I don't know what's this equal doing here, but it's kind of funny. Player visited a hell-like planet and defeated a massive beaver with 500 health, the strongest mob they have ever fought before. What's going on? I'm just reading the Chicki Picki fanfic. It's about Frank SMP. Yeah, for real. It's pretty fun. So players were able to defeat the beaver, which had 500 health. The monster, like, not even compared in strength, which they fought before. So its death released a ton of energy in the air, and because of an energy burst, the bot was able to locate them and teleport every single player and Frank back to Earth. Mishra fanfic, yeah. It feels like AI generated. No, I wrote it all myself. I think my brain is AI generated, probably. That would make sense, everything. So, happy ending, guys? No, it wasn't a happy ending, sadly. If everything was so simple. The bot circuit burned because of the teleportation of such a long distance. So he got out of order. Does that mean he died? Does it mean he will never come back? Pretty sure it does. So, when players return to Earth, overworld, no one informed them what is going on. So we just assumed that the power of the river teleported them. So somehow, and like completed their wish, and everything was fine. When Frank returned to Earth, it was almost like his battery was switched on. He started giving players challenges and orders for them to collect and build stuff. This was my pitch to Season 3, by the way, to FunBit. The players always liked the challenge, so they built and collected the special items which Frank ordered. The place started to look like a laboratory of sorts with different equipment and stuff. A bit sus? No? Then the leader of the player, I know nobody allowed me to use their names, so here we go. Protoss started suspecting something, that it just didn't make sense. Like, what is this everything for? Frank told Protoss to wait, and that soon he will see everything perfectly. The next task was scheduled for 8 PM the next day, as every single task was. But Protoss told everyone to not show up that day to see what's going to happen. When players came back the next day after the scheduled time, the place grew overnight. I mean, like, after the next day of schedule, so we kind of missed a day. And everything was looked off with Frank nowhere inside. Players had broken in and started to explore the new structure. And when they reached the middle floor, there was written everywhere on the walls, the floor and the ceiling, "Fools, fools, fools." So Protoss is basically a prototype for one of you guys. I guess you're gonna find out who that prototype is for. Basically, I've just changed the name of one of you. Yeah, Protoss told everyone to take caution and work carefully. But one dumbass accidentally stepped on a pressure plate and a diagram started playing, showing 2 Franks, one real and one robotic electronic fucking copy replica as bot of him like a robot, which looks very realistic from the outside. Chicki Picki over my microphone started speaking. Finally! Thank you so much, guys! You did most of my job for me. I just wondered, when would you finally realize that the Frank was replaced? All this time ago. You rescued the wrong Frank and have been following my orders ever since. So all this time, guys, Frank was a fake since Season 1. It was a replica, it was a bot, but made by Chicki Pickis. Chicki Picki tag Frank. Protoss got very angry and rushed forward through the building, but our players were barely keeping up with him. They entered a huge room, which wasn't there yesterday, and Chicki Picki was standing in front of the second door, and behind the door, players were able to see Frank in the cage covered by the golden net. The players attacked the Chicki Picki, and the massive boss fight started, with Chicki Picki being more powerful than any other monster, and the metallic wings knocking out a bunch of players, including Mishra. Protoss managed to stop the supreme Chicki Picki straight in her heart, and Chicki Picki fell straight on the floor, making a weird metallic noise on the fall. Chicki Picki has died? That's fucking crazy. Is the next chapter the end? For real? For real? Oh my god, that's crazy. We're getting so close to the ending of this insane fanfiction. Literally the final chapter of part 1. There's no part 2. I don't think there'll ever be one, but like, that's kind of funny. J, yeah. Alright, the end. W. Protus was surprised that he was able to do it. The body was lying on the floor, and it seemed like the nightmare was over and the world was saved. The nightmare of Chicki Picki never came to life again. Chapter 4, I'm gonna grill you. It's a short one. Protus helped every player up except Mishrop. He knew Mishrop could try to kill Frank or do it accidentally as he always does. So far now he would prefer that he would stay unconscious for a bit longer to prevent any damage. Everyone walked into a room by Frank's cage and helped him stand up, and Protus let Frank out of the cage. The hours stayed inside for a few more seconds, but it was enough. The door got locked and alarms started playing. Protus tried to break the door, but couldn't. Then the high hills were heard coming closer from the darkest corner of the room. Then finally the light hit her. She looked like an angel, a human with the most beautiful wings. But something felt off. Can angels grind so evilly? She floated up using her wings to get the high ground on Protus. But it didn't matter. Protus was stunned as he never saw something so amazing, anything like this in his life before. She finally started speaking. What's up with all this looks, guys? I am the smartest being this world has ever made. You really think I would be living my whole life as a fucking chicken? Protus was shocked. No way. I killed you. You were dead. Mobs don't respawn. I had to hide my advancements from everyone. That body I was controlling from afar. It was my second greatest inventions. And you destroyed it. But it don't matter anymore, she responded calmly. Protus. Impossible! Lies! What are you? He screamed. I will show you all. You guys are my new test subjects, and I will make wonderful things out of you. You will see, she said calmly. But Frank, after so long being trapped under this golden net, has finally spoke up. Remove this fucking net and I will end her off for good. Otherwise we all are doomed. Protus was about to remove the net, and Chicki Picki wouldn't have time to do anything. But as soon as Protus landed his hand on the net, a diamond sword sticked out of his heart, and he couldn't do anything and fell on the floor and fucking died. What happened was so fast that even Chicki Picki Supreme, in her new human form, didn't understand at first. Mishrop ran into the room and stuck his sword into Protus. Then all the players started screaming and cursing at Mishrop, and Mishrop went on both his knees and said calmly, "Since this day forth, I will serve you and only you, Chicki Picki Supreme." Chicki Picki was a bit shocked with this development and just responded with, "Okay." Snap your fingers and everything went dark. The end of part 1. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy, guys. This took a fucking while. I'm not even sure if you're gonna see the word count, but let me just open up the word count. Yeah, it's the end of part 1. 4 chapters. 4 chapters. Such a fucking development. It's crazy. Hold on. Let me see. Word count, or where the fuck is it? Tools. Oh yeah, tools, word count. Yeah, fucking insane. 4,667 words. Oh my god. Do kingdoms instead of this, bro. I was just challenged by Fumbit. So from this point, story can go many ways. It can be that Protoss has respawned, came back, and like did something. I don't know, or maybe not, or maybe he fully died somehow. It could be like more experiments by Chicki, Picki, and like our shit. So like, it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere. It could go like so many places, which is like kind of interesting. So I decided to stop myself from working on it for now, because otherwise I'm just gonna write a whole ass fucking Chicki Picki series. I hope you guys enjoyed the part 1. If you really enjoyed the part 1, you can for real tell me to write a new one. This is, by the way, this document is gonna be available for you guys to like read if you want. I'm gonna share a link, don't worry. It's gonna be on Twitter as well. I'm gonna post it somewhere. So if you guys liked it, yeah, sure, I will write the part 2, yeah. Write Kingdoms instead of this, bro. But Kingdoms is not really like written. Like, I would say it's more like improvisation with like slight directions. But yeah, submit the stream to Audible for real. I will try. Oh my god, I will try to do it. That'd be kind of funny, bro. Oh my god, I really enjoyed it. Like, I didn't expect to be so into reading it, to be honest. But like, I really felt like I was like, when I was like reading it, I really felt like I was like in the story, like, you know, like acting out all those like different intonations of like voices, like how Chicki Picki would say stuff, how Frank. Epic ending. Did you actually like it from bits? I don't know, man. Like, you know, I will send you. You can read it again if you want. I'm just not sure. I was like, damn. Like, I feel like I really liked it, to be honest. Like, personally, epic end, sure. It's a cliffhanger. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting cliffhanger. Yeah. I'm sorry I made a cliffhanger. I just like, oh, maybe I want to finish it later. I was thinking about writing like a part 2, but like, if you guys want, there's gonna be a part 2 for real. But like, of course, I should be working on Kingdoms. I'm pretty sure the building guy is going to sadly be gone. Part 2 for real. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the building guy is probably going to like submit whatever he builds. So I'm probably gonna start talking to the Clursus building team or try to build the shit myself, to be honest. So that's kind of sad because I don't know how to build. But like, whatever, I have time to learn. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, this was pretty cool. I really liked reading it out, to be honest. And like, damn, I should audition for Audible for real, man. Imagine like Bishop reacting to like book sentences, like, oh damn, that's kind of crazy, and fucking continues reading, bro. Like, you know, it was kind of funny. And I know it's bad, we're not supposed to do it, but it's kind of funny. Like, you know, oh damn, that's a crazy plot twist. Anyways, moving forward. So she was actually a fucking vampire all this time. Like, that's fucking insane. And he didn't even know. Like, you know, like, I don't know what kind of Audible books there are. Like, you know, like probably some about vampires. Yeah, fucking Twilight, but like I'm pretty sure it was reverse. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this fucking Audible fucking stream. Shocked by his own plot twist. Yeah, I mean, I was like, damn, bro, it really like works out like very like when I first like have like a slight plan, and when I follow that plan, and it like kind of like builds together, and like when you write, it kind of like all connects, and you like reread it, and like you're like, what the fuck? Like, it just made so much fucking sense, and like, wow, yeah. I don't know, like, you know, like it's just fun. Like, really enjoy reading it out for you today. All right, well, thank you everyone. I'm not sure if I'm gonna raid anyone. I probably won't. So like, you know, I'm gonna be in Frank VC since today, and I'm gonna probably start working on Kingdoms. I was inspired to create a JJK content with a new chapter, and I have been oh my god, so you have Anarchy. You should like, I know you joined like halfway through. You can like try read it out from the beginning. It has some crazy word building, so if you want to like, it had like stuff about like, I don't want to spoil it too much, but like had like the motivation of Chicki Picki was kind of clear, I feel like, at least to me. The Frank was kind of like interesting, but characters of the pig and the ship, they sadly, like, you know, but like I feel like they were pretty cool as well. So all right, well, Thank you very much. I don't have time for that. I'm guessing my money up. Okay, fair. It just, if you want to get any, like, you know, inspiration for writing and you want to check it out for real at any, if you're like bored at 2 a.m, like what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't want to sleep, like, you know, take a look for real. There's gonna be a link. Well, all right. Thank you everyone for listening. That's crazy. All right, well, goodbye. No, to be honest, if you're on Frank right now, I'm probably gonna join. So hello, where, like, you know, but like, yeah, stream with chatters. See you later. And yeah, we're gonna get Vivero